Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones, have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won. Emptied your city with a vial of toxin and a few threatening words. That's how little the safety you provided was worth. And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin and I turn my gaze to the world beyond, the legend of the Batman will be worth nothing at all. You left me to die in the asylum, but I will show you no such mercy. Why did I warn them, Batman? Why give those terrorized refugees time to flee? You don't know, do you? And it scares you. Look at your city. Abandoned in terror by those that fled, torn apart by those who had nowhere to go. Give up the hunt, Bat. You won't find me until I want you to. There were whispers after Arkham City. Some think you changed. Some think you killed him. I know better. I know there are some lines that even the Batman fears to cross. Gentlemen, tonight is the night that Gotham changes forever. The night it becomes a wasteland of nightmares, a forsaken symbol of Batman's failure, a monument to fear. But more than that, we're about to turn Gotham into the epicenter of a blast that will transform the entire eastern coast of America into my domain. You each have been given a task. Complete that task, and pray that you will not experience my fear toxin firsthand. The people of Gotham can run all they like, but they will not avoid their fate. Frightened? Do you fear the ruin you're about to unleash? It's too late for doubt. When we are done, Gotham will be a dead city, a city of fear. Its skyscrapers will be headstones. Its homes will be tombs. My fear toxin is a psychoactive compound developed and improved through years of careful study. No other synthetic or organic molecule can replicate its effects upon the brain. Faster, man, faster. I do not wish to inform the Knight that I was displeased with your efforts, nor I suspect do you want me to. When this factory detonates, it will be the heart of a raging storm, a rapidly expanding cloud of toxin that will engulf all in its path. Fear is honest. Fear is naked. Coax terror out of a man, and you will see him for who he really is. Do not slacken in your labors, or cease in your work. You will be well rewarded when your task is complete. Need I remind you that we are on a tight schedule here? Gotham is going to pay for what its saviors did to me. The toxin is twisting the knife of doubt. You can't stop thinking, have I been exposed? Perhaps you believe those suits will protect you. They won't. Nobody can protect you from the terror I'm about to unleash. Nobody but me. It appears that the flow of chemicals has stopped, which can only mean that you are here, Batman. I've been looking forward to seeing you again. I know you're out there. The door is open. You might fool everyone else, but you can't fool me. There's something different about you.
mind, isn't it? Something even you can't control. The cracks are forming as it pushes its way to the surface. I can almost taste it.
Are you scared, petty criminals of Gotham? Of the tanks rolling across the roads, the armed men patrolling your streets? Be calm. They're not hunting you. Batman, you think me so easily defeated? You think some rusting factory was the only weapon I had? What will young Barbara reveal about your fears, I wonder? What secrets can I coax from her terror-stricken mind? You style yourself as a guardian, Batman, a protector. Yet you cannot even guard your friends. The man who swore to save Gotham. The hero who vowed to protect her people. Such worthless promises. What do you see when perched on high? Prey that no longer fears you. A dead city that heralds your own demise. You're always chasing Dark Knight. You always lag behind. You could have struck first, ended me and every villain long ago, but you're afraid. Our army is trained, Batman. Disciplined and loyal. They lack the cowardice you rely on and exploit. All falls apart, Batman. Everything you worked for. The peace you built on a foundation of sand. Chase after your ally, Bat, if you can, through a city my army now controls. With luck, you'll find her before I show you how tonight is really going to end. He despises you, this Arkham Knight. What did you do, hero, to enkindle such hatred? It's gone, Dark Knight. The grip you had on Gotham, your long reign of fear. I'm sovereign now. You raised yourself above them, Batman. Inspired the herd. But what happens when their idol falls from his pedestal in front of their eyes? Such hatred in your eyes, Bagada's chemicals. You must be afraid. Thugs and hoodlums might be your usual prey, but my army is no such pack of cowards. The Arkham Knight longs for your death, Batman. Yet I promised him I'd give you a worse fate than that. Mr. Cobblepot joins us, as does Mr. Enigma. Others wait in the shadows, hungry for your downfall. How long will you struggle, Batman? How long will you try and enforce order on a city whose natural state is chaos and despair? Did you think you stopped me at Ace Chemicals, Batman? You merely delayed the inevitable. Gotham is mine to do with as I please. And the same can be said of your friend. Poor little Barbara Gordon. Close your eyes. Can you see her? Cowering in the darkness, cursing the hero who failed her. She has become your weakness, your obsession, dragging you deeper into the abyss. I could have her killed right now. It would be cruel, sadistic, brutal. But I have other plans in store for both of you. Gentlemen, an announcement. Our one-time friend, Mr. Stagg, neglected to keep the cloudburst charged and ready for operation. We will need to do the job ourselves. I need men in biological engineering, varying energy cells to charge the device, and I need more men to defend them. Do not fail me. Our work is nearly done. My calibrations are almost complete, and the cloudburst will soon be charged. Until then, keep supplying me with energy cells. Are you afraid of what I will do when the cloudburst is charged? Don't be. I have guaranteed your protection. Fear what will happen to you should you fail to charge it. The cloudburst will be the method of my vengeance. Should you fail to prepare it, I shall take that vengeance out upon you. The minute Ace Chemicals failed me, you may have noticed that there are none among your number now. The cloudburst still isn't ready. Keep supplying me with cells. We're not done, man. I need more power.
Such brutality. You almost killed these men. You were ready to abandon your beliefs, everything you stand for. You tell yourself you are not like us. You tell yourself you are something more, something better. But fear reveals the truth, erodes your self-control. Soon you will kill and become that which you hate the most. Soon, the bat will be broken.
Batman, what happened at the safe house was not some cruel game. It was necessary. Tonight is about more than Gotham. It's about what you became in that room, the hero who failed. That's what I want the world to see. She wasn't the first of your allies to fall at your feet. How many more will die before the curtain comes down on your misguided crusade? You fought hard, Batman, but your search for the cloudburst is just beginning. Even now they look to you, the impotent authorities, the cowards who fled, all eyes, all hopes, upon a man who fails his friend. Do you mourn, Batman? Or are you really the stoic caricature you play? Beneath that mask, there's a man, I'm sure. A man who grieves, a man who suffers, a man who fears the reckoning to come. The cloudburst will spread my toxin for miles in an instant. It will be terrorism in its purest form. When I'm done with Gotham and with you, I will have barely begun. Terror will spread far. What drives you, Batman? For most souls it's fear of loneliness, of poverty, of death, but not you. You act like a man who mistakenly believes his worst fears have already come to pass. Her plan will not save this wretched city. Gotham citizens will see their beloved home forever destroyed. You must have known, Dark Knight. Your allies become victims the moment they commit to your cause. Perhaps you suppressed those fears, but they resurface tonight.
I am disappointed, Poison Ivy. You could have had a Gotham where humanity feared to tread, but you choose this absurd alliance instead. You're immune to my toxin, Ivy, but when I find you, you will be afraid. You keep fighting, Batman, despite setback, failure, and loss. It's a pleasure to watch such resolve, Delaquette. The violence on Stagg's airship was not your usual cold brutality. It was sadism. Your true instincts emerge, Batman. Thorn weeds creeping through cracked granite. I watched you on the airship as you nearly tore those men apart. Fear's honest, Dark Knight. It seems a cornered bat may be a killer after all. What do you think the world sees when they look upon you, Batman? A hero? A savior? Or the architect of Gotham's demise? Do you still see it, Batman? The terror in her eyes as she looked upon your true self. Savor that image. There are many like it still to come. I told the Arkham Knight that you are his to dispose of after tonight. Though I warned him that what's left won't be the Batman anymore. And still you struggle on. Your bravery inspires. Yet the harder you fight, the more complete my eventual victory will be. The truth
Batman, what pains you most is that life will carry on without you. Your crusade has meant nothing. You cannot hide Ms. Isley from me, Batman. She will be found and felled. People of Gotham, I'm going to give you something. A gift unlike anything you've experienced before. You are, all of you, soon to confront the darkness inside yourselves. You'll be forever changed. It is time for you to bear witness to Gotham's end. Her destruction will be mirrored in your defeat. Can you sense it, Batman? You stand teetering on the precipice of defeat. No matter how many thugs you beat, or how many tanks you leave smoldering and wrecked in your wake, you will lose this fight. What scares you more, Batman? The thought that Gotham might fall, or the notion that when it does, you will no longer be needed to protect it? What place is there in the world for a man like you once he has failed? We'll soon find out. Soon, Dark Knight, my moment draws near. Ivy aligns herself with no one, Batman. Remember that. Do you see this, Batman? Your poisoned, desolate city. Its people tearing out each other's throats, their own throats in terror. The world sees it too. Next, the world will see what happens to the man who tries to stop me. And when it does, the world will know fear. You aren't fighting for Gotham tonight. You're fighting for every desperate fool who thinks that when their worst fears come to pass, a hero might come and save them. And you're losing. The anarchy of terror. Join them in the toxin, Batman. Stop fighting those fears. Tonight, the Batman failed. Tonight, fear rules. How did you persuade Poison Ivy to come rallying to the aid of the city she despises? Threats, blackmail, charm. She's dying. My toxin strikes at the minds of humans, but it leeches the life from her. Dr. Isley cannot stop me, but how noble you were to make her Gotham's first line of defense. What do you seek in those tunnels, Batman? Hope? You will find none. I once searched for terror in chemistry. I thought perfectly arranged atoms could unlock the demons in a man's mind. You proved me wrong. How can the world know fear, true dread, when it has you? A stalwart knight, ever ready to slay monsters. Fear isn't pure biology, Batman. It's more than instinct. True fear is the absence of hope. And hope is the spread wings of a bat, shining on the clouds. You promised that Gotham would be safe, protected. But what does the world see now? My toxin choking its streets, blotting out the moonlight, poisoning the saplings you thought could stop me. And now, Dark Knight, I turn to you. But don't be afraid. It's not your life that needs ending. It's your myth. The hope that you stand for. The hope that dies tonight. The cloudburst was mine. My greatest weapon, my instrument of fear. I will exact vengeance for this upon you and all your allies. Like Poison Ivy. My toxin overwhelms her. She's paying the price for opposing me right now. You actually believe you've won, don't you, Batman? Savor this fleeting delusion of victory. The Arkham Knight may have fled in terror, but now his army answers to me. For even as my toxin dissipates, it leaves behind a forsaken city, forever tainted by your failure. Tonight, the myth of Batman dies, and Gotham dies with it. I gave you all a gift, stripped away your pretenses, and let you be the frightened beasts you all are inside. Be grateful, Gotham. Accept what I have shown you about your true selves. Do you think this charade inspires hope? The longer you fight, the further you drag Gotham into darkness. The army is mine, Batman. I still control Gotham, and your fate with it. Doubt, Batman. That is all I required. Everyone has seen what is possible, the terror that can be wrought upon them all. People of Gotham, Poison Ivy allied herself with Batman, and she died for her mistake. Remember where the power now lies. Recruit anyone else to your cause, and they will suffer the same fate. You are alone, Batman, and I will teach you to accept it. I offered Ivy a deal, Batman. I offered her your defeat, and Gotham purged of humanity. You offered her death instead. Batman has arrived ahead of schedule. Lock down the elevators and find him. Do you still believe that you are Gotham's savior? Soon the world will see you for what you truly are. A fallacy, a figment of hope in a world of suffering and pain. How many more bones will you crush? How many lives will you destroy in the pursuit of your crude justice? We're all products of our fears. I look at you and see a man born of violence and darkness. What will you give to save your friends, I wonder? Are you ready to reveal your secret? Are you ready for your legend to die? The Commissioner placed his trust in you to keep his city safe, his family safe. Can you still atone for your failure? Are you still the master of your own destiny? The answer's awaiting, Batman, as am I. You are privileged men. The brain's fear mechanisms evolved in response to predation, to beasts hunting us in the dark. There can be few ordeals quite so evocative of our ancestral fears as this. By now, you will be in a state of heightened alertness. The glands in your brain pumping a surge of hormones, norepinephrine, hydrocortisone, adrenaline through your insides. This is your fight or flight instinct calling. But let me be clear. You have no such choice. Blood has been drawn away from your skin to serve more crucial functions. Have you felt that? The cold chill of fear. Should you survive, you will find that increased synaptic plasticity has allowed your mind to record every aspect of this encounter with unusual clarity. These are pure, perfect memories, crystallized moments of fear. Some of you may never recover from this night. Your brain will rewire itself into a state of permanent fear response, a hair-trigger mechanism for panic that will have you bolting awake at night, clutching at your bedsheets, crying like a child. Look at them, Batman, as they quake in terror at the creature who strikes from the dark. This is how you like your prey, yes? We both use fear, Dark Knight, but only one of us understands it. Fear is not a cudgel, Batman. It's not a sword, nor a shield. Fear is a scalpel, slicing cleanly through your victim's pathetic pretensions to civility and exposing the whimpering beast within. Do you take pride in what you have reduced them to? The mewling babes your assaults exposed? I will do that to you, Dark Knight. I will peel back every layer of the Batman before the night is through. You're out of tricks, Dark Knight. You have no trump cards to play. I will wait until you see you have nowhere to turn. How long has it been, Batman? How many years spent fighting? How many nights spent crouched on rooftops in the cold, wet dark? I offer you an end to the struggle. I offer you release.
Your fears got the better of you, I see. How fitting that I will win, and Batman's life will be over. Not because of what I have done to your precious city, but because you are scared of what I will do to your friends, your family. They are your weakness, hiding just below the surface. I'm sure that you're scared of what will happen when I tear that mask from your face. What will we find? Your true identity, or proof that without your mask, you are nothing, impotent, powerless, afraid. Leave your equipment on that table, and we can find out. So, fear got the better of you. Your friends were worried you had abandoned them. I knew that you couldn't. Put your things on the table and give them a glimmer of hope before I take it all away. Now, the truck. The fear of what I will do to your friends will bring you back. You know it. I know it.
The die is cast, Batman. And from now on, I need your undivided attention. The nightmare is almost over. Your failure almost complete. I can see it. And soon the whole world will see it too. Your eyes betray you. You are truly afraid. I thought Arkham Knight to be your enemy. Another bitter, thwarted foe. Now I suspect he was your real weakness, your true legacy. Another failed friend. Why delay, Dark Knight? What can you hope to achieve? There's no legacy left to build that I will not raise to the ground.
You gotta hand it to Scarecrow. He's given us the keys to the whole city. All right, guys, it's party time. There won't be a Gotham left for Scarecrow to gas when we're finished. No way is Batman working with Scarecrow. No way. Where'd you hear that? Evacuation? Ha! Batman will take care of Scarecrow, and I'll take care of everybody's stuff. Yeah, I can't wait till Scarecrow releases that crap. Life is starting to get real boring around here. I got a taste of Scarecrow's fear gas once. I really don't want another one. I didn't think Scarecrow had what it takes to pull us off. He proved us all wrong. Did you hear about the guy working with Scarecrow? Bad case of bad envy. Ivy and Scarecrow had some sort of falling out. I think he may be breaking out the weed killer. No way I'm joining with Scarecrow. I like working for Two-Face. Half the time, anyway. Scarecrow pulling this on Halloween. Guess he's got a sense of humor after all. Finally, Gotham belongs to the right people. No way we're giving it back. Evacuate? Screw that. Scarecrow don't scare me.
Nah, I ain't afraid of Scarecrow. If he was really scary, he wouldn't need fear gas, right?
Evacuate? And miss all this? I'll take my chances with Scarecrow. Scarecrow's got an army. You're full of it.
Like Scarecrow's got enough gas to hit the entire city.
Scarecrow ain't going through with it. He's all talk. Be my guest. I'll tell Scarecrow it was your idea. I was just joking. Didn't sound like a joke. What, you think I wanted to know I was going against orders? Have you seen him? Yeah, up close. He's done something to his face, hasn't he? Looks like he's taken a knife and cut chunks out of it. Rumor is he got his face torn off by some freak called Killer Croc. Really? Looks deliberate to me. Yeah, well, I guess he figured he should look the part. You know, like a scarecrow. That's messed up, man. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Scarecrow said he'd be here. If you ask me, he's paranoid. Probably huffing too much of that gas. I'd like to see you say that to his doing working with Scarecrow?
Nothing much, except he looks like Batman.
You kidding?
The only thing he's missing is the cape. I still don't believe that crap about an army. He's gotta be bluffing.
Wait and see, my friend. Scarecrow's just getting started. He's been planning this ever since the asylum.
Yeah, but why gas all of Gotham just to hit guys like us?
He's probably got a, what do you call it, a plan or something?
What kind of plan?
How should I know? If I could figure out plans of guys like him, I'd come up with plans of my own, wouldn't I? Good ones with, like, contingencies and stuff like that. Scarecrow thinks he can just roll a bunch of tanks into Gotham? Yeah, I guess.
I don't want to find out what Scarecrow's got planned next.
So what, we gotta listen to Scarecrow lecture us all night? You know, Hugo Strange used to lecture us like Scarecrow, but he sent food packages too, you know? Oh, good. Scarecrow's on TV. What is it with these guys and speeches? When I rob a guy, I don't lecture him on the particulars of wallet snatching first.
Scarecrow was just gonna gas us? I thought he'd give a warning.
What do you make of the guy running the show?
Arkham Knight, when he's got the pedigree, Scarecrow wouldn't have brought him on board otherwise.
Just think, they might have found someone who can actually kill Batman.
You never know. This could be your lucky night.
Batman's gonna get what's coming. Scarecrow ain't beaten yet. At least when Riddler's on the billboard, you can tone it out. All those big words. Scarecrow gives me the creeps. Did I hear? Scarecrow nearly turned the whole Ace Chem factory into a bomb. Man, Scarecrow's a real buzzkill. He should put something funny on or something. Scarecrow took Commissioner Gordon's kid. That's pretty cold, you ask me. Still, I'd rather work for Two-Face than Scarecrow. That guy scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, I heard he's done something to his face. Something nasty.
My plan is to stay as far away from Scarecrow as I can. I suggest you do the same. So what do you think he did to his face? Oh, Scarecrow, for the Lord. Don't you listen to a word I say?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was just thinking.
What about?
Getting out of this damn city. Look at it. Gotham, the worst city in America.
You've been watching Scarecrow on the big screens? His face weren't that messed up back at the asylum.
Scarecrow's keeping his cards close to his chest on this one. Not even unit commanders know what's happening. Hard to tell who hates Batman more, Scarecrow or the Knight.
Something's changed. Scarecrow's getting scarier, like he's looking forward to something.
I wonder what Scarecrow's got planned with that machine of his. What's Scarecrow up to? Just kill the bat. All these schemes make my head hurt.
Between Riddler and Scarecrow on those billboards, I'm kind of hoping for a power outage.
It is, fear that. Jinx, I wish Scarecrow would just tell a joke once in a while. When's Scarecrow's show back on?
Scarecrow. Oh, man. That's one face I did not want to see projected on the side of a building.
We should get out of town. Scarecrow's planning something, I can tell.
That guy actually thought he could double-cross Scarecrow. Doesn't sound like much of a genius to me. You seen Scarecrow's face up close? Word is he had surgery after getting mauled by some kind of mutant crocodile. Imagine what it looked like before. Tonight's barely started, and already Scarecrow and the Knight are at each other's throats. What about? Same thing as always. When exactly the Knight gets to kill the bat? That's got a tank. Scarecrow's got lots of tanks. Where's my tank? It ain't fair. What happened?
It was bad. Guy took over a school and pumped the place full of his, fear stuff.
What a freak. You're sure he'll warn us? You're sure? Of course he will. We're Scarecrow's army. The cloudburst goes off, we'll be the first to know. If you say so. But that factory came pretty close to exploding without much of a warning. Be advised, Alpha target to be brought in alive if possible. Yeah, right. If Scarecrow wants the bat in one piece, then he can cuff the bastard himself. Leave the rioters alone. They won't mess with us. What makes you so sure? The city's a gangland. Scarecrow's just put himself at the top of the pecking order, and none of the street scum's gonna argue. No way Scarecrow's ever gonna Scarecrow always have contingency plans. Standard supervillain procedure. If Scarecrow detonates that cloudburst, he'd better give us a heads up. That guy actually thought he could double-cross Scarecrow. Doesn't sound like much of a genius to me. Poison Ivy's unaccounted for. Bat took out the kill squad. Scarecrow's not happy. So if it comes down to it, and I'm not saying it will, who do we have to answer to? Scarecrow or the Knight? Scarecrow's just the client, okay? This is only a job. We stick with the Knight. If he keeps the militia together, we will. He will. I'm sure of it. Army treated us like used toilet paper. But the Knight, he understands guys like us, looks out for us. Doesn't show us his face. It doesn't matter. I still remember when he found me. I was in a bad place, okay? Headed for a worse one. And he reached out. Said he knew what it meant to be betrayed.
You know what? Scarecrow, Ivy, this Arkham Knight guy and his giant freaking army, I'm getting out of town. You think Ivy's gonna stop Scarecrow's gas from working? They ought to give her a medal.
Scarecrow sure likes his little speeches. You know, I never knew fear was such a rich and complex topic.
Scarecrow needs to do something about the bat, and fast. What did Scarecrow do? Oh, that stuff was nasty. Be nice if Scarecrow got one of those freaking billboards and apologized for gassing us.
You heard anything about Scarecrow? Nothing. Whatever he's doing, he ain't gonna be happy, though. You're telling me Ivy's plants are sucking that toxin down faster than a drunk in a tub full of beer.
He spends all night lecturing us on those billboards and doesn't give us a heads up. Where the hell is Scarecrow? Ivy's plants are gonna ruin all the fun.
Scarecrow's gonna beat him, I know it.
Think Scarecrow's gonna try again? Only if he's got some gas to spare. Ivy took care of the whole batch. Scarecrow must be pissed. Get another commander all lined up. Besides, he's gearing up for the endgame. Oh, Scarecrow's fuming, man. No more gas is one thing, but no more cloudburst? He was gonna take that thing on tour. Scarecrow's leading this now. We're soldiers. We follow orders no matter who gives them. God, will Scarecrow ever shut up? I feel like I've spent all night watching an infomercial for fear toxin. Yeah, and then the riddle guy comes on during the breaks. Scarecrow's not letting the cop out of his sight. That's his trump card.
Someone make Scarecrow shut up.
He doesn't even care what happens here, does he? Scarecrow's got one last play. Sounds nasty. What are we gonna do if Scarecrow doesn't pay us? Take him to small claims? Scarecrow had a unit on the roof. They saw it. The old man shot the bat. Didn't see that coming. After the commissioner screwed things up, Scarecrow lost it. Plunged his hand into some guy's face. Used it like a catcher's mitt.
Scarecrow should just give up, man. He ain't taking you. No way.
We leave no one alive in there. Scarecrow's orders.